Alright guys, welcome to your 5th hand sewing tutorial. This time we are going to be working on the back stitch. It is very similar to the running stitch, but you will see how it's a little bit different here coming up. So I already have the double knot tied at the end of my string, or end of my thread. So I'm going to send it through the fabric. And I'm going to start just as if I were doing the running stitch. So I'm going to send my needle through the front of the fabric, and then I'm going to go through the back side of the fabric to the front. But instead of keeping on with going into the fabric forward, I'm going to go back to where the base of that stitch was. Okay, so I'm going to go through the front of the fabric. Okay, so what this does is it creates a more secure stitch. So then I need to go back through the back side of the fabric. And then back to the base of that stitch. Okay, again, you want to try to have a straight line. I've gotten a little crooked there. Okay, but you are sort of just leapfrogging on the front and the back. Okay, so, sorry. On the back side, you're just going to extend to where the next stitch would be if you were doing a running stitch. Okay, back to the start again. Oops. Okay, and I want you to go the entire length of your fabric. This would be especially great if you were hand sewing something like a pillow or something that you really needed it to be secure. You could do it with a running stitch, but it is more likely that if there were to be a little bit of a tear in the fabric, the whole thing could eventually unravel, which is not typically what you want. Okay, back. Okay, so you can also see that it's sort of becoming like one long continuous line. And once you get the hang of it, okay, so if you would like to continue to practice this, you can. But once you get the hang of it, you can kind of start to skip a little bit of a step. So when you're going back, you can go back through the fabric, but instead of flipping your fabric over, you can continue to sew straight on. So you can sort of skip a little step in that process. Okay, I might have gotten a little too big there. So I'll bring it in on this next one. Okay, but you can see it's going a lot faster with this method, but you may not want to do this right off the bat. Oops. Sorry, guys. Feel free to use the entire piece of fabric that you are working with. If you want to do multiple lines, you can. Just try to indicate for me which one you want me to really take a look at when you submit your picture in Google Classroom. Okay, as with all of the other samples, I do want you to hang on to them because I will take a look at your samples once we return back to school. So I know I'm asking a lot, having you hang on to a baggie of materials for 3 weeks, but I will need to see them. Okay, almost at the end, just a couple more stitches and we should be there. Okay, and again, if you get a loop like I have here, just try to separate the threads out to pull on one thread and the other until it kind of pops out on you. Okay, and I think I'll do one more stitch to the back and then I will tie it off right here. Okay, so pick up a little bit of that fabric. So you create a loop, send the needle through the loop and pull. Do that 2 more times for a total of 3. Oh goodness, hang on. Okay, send your needle through the loop and pull. Sorry, my thread got tangled. And then 1 more. Pick up a stitch. Send your needle through the loop and pull. When you are finished, trim your excess thread to get your needle off. Take a picture of the front. Take a picture of the back. Save your sample. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.